Dustin, I have 3 words on AI. Use it, damn it.
Originating from deep inside the Rocky Mountains, transported through the power of the internet, and arriving inside your tiny earbuds. It's the Appraiser Coach podcast, helping appraisers increase their efficiency, quality, and make more money. Here's the guy who makes it his life's mission to create value for real estate appraisers nationwide. Your host and the Appraiser Coach, Dustin Harris.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Appraiser Coach podcast. My name is Dustin Harris. I am the Appraiser Coach, and with me, Mr. Timothy Andersen, the Appraisers Advocate. Welcome back, friend.
Dustin, thank you. It's great to be back.
Tim, of course, comes on frequently to do what we call the Dear USPAP instructor episodes. This is where we talk USPAP because Tim's a USPAP expert, among other things. And Tim, if you don't mind, I want to talk AI today, artificial intelligence, not the other AI, but artificial intelligence specifically, and maybe talk about some of the confusion out there when it comes to appraisers and USPAP and AI. Let's just start with the basics. AI, of course, being artificial intelligence, using a computer, talking, conversing back and forth, prompting, iterating on those prompts, what have you, and helping us with our appraisals. As I talk about that and using AI in an appraisal process, does that cause the hair on the back of a USPAP instructor's neck to stick up?
Dustin, I have 3 words on AI. Use it, damn it.
Wait a minute. Is that 3 or 4 words? I mean,
no,
really?
Damn it, DAMMIT. Okay.
Got it. Okay. All right. 3 words.
Right. At least in literature it is anyway. Dustin, it's a tool, okay? I mean, if you want to, I'm sure if you live in a big city, you can Google Underwood upright typewriters and find one. And you can type your report on an Underwood upright typewriter. But see, that's not the point. Yeah, will you get the report out the door? Sure, you'll get the report out the door 12 years later. We don't do that anymore. We all got word processors. And I don't know about you, but I tend to dictate the stuff that I write. And then I run it through ChatGPT and say, and please turn this into English that and everyone can understand. And it tends to do exactly that. So it's a tool. It doesn't replace anything. It doesn't replace appraisers. It just helps them work a little more quickly, a little more cleanly, a little more efficiently. And if we can do that, then some of the time limitations we find ourselves under, some of the fee limitations we find ourselves under, will tend to, they probably won't go away, but they'll tend to diminish because we're more efficiently using our time. Now, is there a learning curve to learning how to use AI? Yeah, there is. And if you were to take a weekend, in fact, if you were probably to take a Saturday, you go on YouTube, you could learn how to use it. It's not difficult. And you can use it to word process. You can use it to analyze data through Excel. You can use it to set up your email responses. I mean, it's absolutely amazing what you can do through it, or do nothing through it. But the point is, you're not competing with the folks using the Underwood upright typewriter. You're competing with the folks who use AI, who know how to use it, who know how to use it efficiently, and quite frankly, are willing to use it. So let's talk about the theory of relativity a little bit. If you're not moving, you're not staying in one place. If you're not moving, everybody else is passing you up. So, if that's where you want to go in your business, go there. That's your choice. But instead of honking and hollering about how expensive everything is, how time turnaround times are going down, yeah, they are. Well, then do something about it. And what you're not going to do is get the AMCs and the GSEs to change.
Mm.
They have no reason to. Therefore, we're going to have to modify what we do. Now, there's also another wonderful word in English that I believe appraisers use too infrequently, and that word is simply no. And when somebody says, we're offering you $250 and we have to have this turned around in 24 hours, the answer is most likely no.
Mm.
And you say, well, then I won't get any work. Well, what would you rather do? Have a job at $250 and be up till 3 o'clock in the morning, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, earning $12 an hour, or positioning yourself to take the jobs that do pay a lot of money, that don't
Mm.
have a silly turnaround time, and that will let you shine as an appraiser. Again, that's your choice. But there are too many appraisers who don't understand the word no. And when we come to understand that word no, then the AMCs and the GSEs are going to have to listen to us. And they're going to have to modify the way they do business. But until we start to say no, they're not going to.
Okay. I'm going to put on my DA hat, not the district attorney hat, of course, but my devil's advocate hat. I assume there are a few listeners out there, Tim, who are somewhat rolling their eyes at this point and say, well, duh, Tim, I know that it's a tool. I get it. It's, to compare it to a word processor versus a typewriter, we're beyond that. The concern is, here's the DA hat. The concern is this is not just Grammarly, right? This is not spruce up my my verbiage. People are using AI for real analysis. We're talking data. We're talking numbers. We're talking, stuff that sometimes comes across as being a bit of a black box because it's AI, right? You can ask it the same question twice on 2 different days and get completely different answers. It hallucinates. And so I think probably the concern with most appraisers is not the adoption of a new tool. It's the how does this fit into the world of USPAP? Because I'm the appraiser. I'm the guy with the signature. I'm the person that has to stand before that state board and defend this. And I think, again, devil's advocate hat. I don't believe this, but I think there's some out there saying, AI is scary because it does more than just what a typewriter might do.
Right. That's why you have to learn how to use it. And one of the things to say is don't hallucinate. I want real
Mm,
data. And it'll go,
yeah.
okay, take all the fun out of it. But yeah, and then Dustin, as you say, you're the appraiser, you're responsible for it. If you don't like the answer, maybe it's because you asked the wrong question. So you
Mm,
might have to go back and redo the question to where it makes sense. AI is really good at answering questions, but it can only answer the question you ask. If you ask a
yeah.
dumb question, you're going to get a dumb answer.
Yeah, we call that iterating. When we come back, Tim, I want to talk a little bit about how and if we cite our sources when it comes to AI in reflection to USPAP. But first, want to pause, of course, everybody, and talk about a couple of great sponsors here at the Appraiser Coach podcast. One of them is, of course, Working RE magazine. Working RE is the place that I have gone for many, many years for free and accurate information about the appraisal industry. What's going on in the appraisal industry? What's going on with AI in the appraisal industry? These guys are on top of it because it's not just Working RE, it's Working Real Estate. And they are in the back pockets of real estate appraisers. And by the way, folks, it's absolutely free to sign up for their newsletter that comes out a couple of times a week with great information. There's some great advertisements in there as well, talking about new tools and new technology that appraisers can use. You can run all over the place looking for this information, or you can go to one free source. It's called Working RE Magazine, and you can find them at workingre.com. We, of course, are sponsored by Technology Today. I'm a big advocate of technology. We've been talking about AI today, but all kinds of technology to help an appraiser to do more, to make more money, to spend less time doing all of those things. And that is True Tracks. True Tracks is the ability to be able to define your neighborhood, to adjust that neighbor, to stay in the analyst seat It's not a black box. It doesn't just do it for you. You direct it, but it gives you the data and the information that you need to make accurate adjustments, to support those adjustments, to look at the market, not just check that box, increasing, decreasing, stable. How about we actually find out what is it actually doing? And TrueTrax will help you to do that. You can find out more at their website at truefootage.tech/tools. And by the way, at checkout, if you will use the coupon code AppraiserCoach, one word, capital A, capital C, no space, no underscore, AppraiserCoach, you will get not the 2 weeks that they're giving everybody else for free. Add an additional 4 weeks to that. That's right, 6 full weeks completely free to check it out. Again, it's truefootage.tech/tools. All right, folks, welcome back to the program. A good friend, Mr. Tim Andersen, is with us, the Appraiser's Advocate. Tim, you seem like a pretty smart guy. Maybe it's just my assumptions, but you seem to know your stuff. If I were, I don't know, an appraiser who wanted to know more, to understand USPAP better, to send you my reports, to have you look them over and say, you could really improve the quality of your reports by doing this, this, and this. Do you have any idea how I might do that?
Dustin, yes. Stand out the front door and wave $100 bill, and I'll notice and come running. Dustin,
Okay.
no. Contact me at tim@theappraisersadvocate.com, and I will happily tell you what I can do, how quickly I can do it, what it costs, etc. And since I don't appraise anymore, that's what I do. I help other appraisers. Ideally, I help them stay away from state boards. But when that happens, when they're up before that board, I help them in their defense. I help advocate for them. Now, I'm not an attorney. I can't represent anybody legally. But in many cases, the attorneys don't understand USPAP. So that's where my services come into play.
Yeah, over the years, I've had many member of my all-star team, of course, reach out to you, Tim, and sometimes they'll reach out to me and say, "Oh my gosh, I just got a letter from the state. What do I do?" I say, "Call number 1, Tim Andersen. Call number 2, your E&O. Call number 3, and that may happen through your E&O, the attorney." So thank you for being there, Tim. I know you've been a great help to me and my members over the years. Okay, so we're talking AI, and I think we've established AI as a tool. Be careful, use it properly. If you don't know how to use it properly, learn how to use it properly. But one of the questions that comes up quite frequently, Tim, when it comes to AI is citations. And I think the reason for the question is that AI seems to be different than other types of tools, meaning because it can be a strategic partner, because it can do things like analysis, right? Sometimes appraisers will say to themselves, okay, well, if it's analyzing data, not just compiling data, but actually analyzing data, should I be citing it as a significant assistance source according to USPAP? What say you?
Okay, no. Simply because USPAP is talking about significant appraisal assistance. It's not. It doesn't talk about significant assistance. It talks about significant appraisal assistance. So you can run stuff through AI, and if you don't ask it the right questions, what you're going to get is mathematically accurate crap. So, which you're not going to use. So you're not going to use AI and then fail to question it. You're going to use AI and then you're going to interrogate it. You're going to look at it. Does it make sense? I was working with some stuff very recently, and basically I was trying to show how not to use AI in analysis. So I ran some data through it and asked for a statistic.
Well, Tim, thank you. I can't agree with you more, and I knew that you and I would see eye to eye on this. Of course, I don't have the knowledge level that you've got, but I appreciate you coming on and re-explaining to appraisers where we're at. This is a new world, folks. The new world of appraisal, the new world of AI, the new world of 3.6, the new world of GSEs, and constant change in the industry. But I don't think we're going to see we've never seen the kind of change that we're about to see in the next couple of years when it comes to artificial intelligence. And I'm glad that Mr. Timothy Andersen is there to guide us through and help us understand where we need to be with things. Once again, Tim Andersen, the Appraisers Advocate, Tim at TheAppraiserSadvocate.com if you need to reach out to him, folks. And we will be communicating with him frequently over the next couple of weeks as we continue to move through the Project Prometheus, which I have announced on the YouTube channel and here on the podcast. Please follow along, because the idea, folks, is to see how much we can use AI to help us out so that we can focus on being appraisers and not have to focus on the tier 1 and tier 2 stuff. We'll let AI do that for us. So once again, Tim, thank you, and go create some value.
You've been listening to the Appraiser Coach podcast with Dustin Harris. If you like what you hear, please give us a 5-star rating and post a short review on iTunes. For more in-depth insider information on how you can make more money as a real estate appraiser, visit TheAppraiserCoach.com and sign up for the All-Star team today. Thanks for joining us. And now, get out there and create some value.